October 27th of 2022. We got the loop playing. You can see there's been a big CME down here. Another one blasting off this way. So it starts off with those two. And then just a little streaking. And then we'll go frame by frame through this one. So it's captured about part way through this event. So we're going to go ahead to the very first frames here. Back it up. So here we are, opening frame at 024, and you can see our event is underway here. It appears we have a round object right here. It's leaving a dent in the instrumentation like it does. Here's the round magnetic field around it with the the CME and plasma discharge here from this. There appears to be another round object up here, maybe a secondary to it right here. We're going to bring in the zoom here. We'll start zooming in on this stuff for you guys. So first we'll go to this one down here. Let's pull this out of the way a little bit. There we go. So what I'm talking about is right here. Our round shape is right here, right in the middle of this nice bubble. Here's the instrumentation reacting to it. It's left this dent on the red line back behind it. And then as we go forward, let's back up a frame. It's like right in here. Go frame here, it's right there, and then it moves on out of frame. And it brings a lot of plasma and stuff with it. And when we zoom back out, we'll see that over on the other side here. So zoom back out a little bit, scroll back down, and we'll back up through this a little bit. Oops, there we go. Very opening frames here. So if you come over here, scroll this down. And then as we proceed through this, look at all the plasma that comes streaking out with this. So this is a pretty big event. A lot of the plasma came out with this event. And then that's the opening frame. And then up here, there appears to be some activity going on up here. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this one too. And as we pull this up, you can see we have our nice round object right here. Here's this flow going down and over it like this. Maybe the camera's blinding it a little bit. There we go. Now we can make it out a little bit better. So right here, our round object, there appears to be a nice dark round circular object down here. So this might be a multiple. There appears to be something back in here, possibly here. So this might be another one of these little clusters. And as we go forward through it, you can see how those pieces move on out with it. We'll go backwards. So there's our opening frame. Almost kind of looks like a yin-yang. This one almost seems to have stuff swirling from behind it, and this one has stuff swirling this way. So almost like a yin-yang symbol right here with this round object, stuff draped down like this. This one with stuff coming up like that a little bit. Okay, and that was the first frame, and that means this event started obviously on the day before. But as we go to the day before to report on that, I'm going to go to the 26th now, and as that's loading up, hopefully it's loading up, there we go. As that's loading up, we have some missing data at the tail end of this day, so it doesn't show you the beginning of that event that I just reported on. So let me scoot this back down a little bit. There we go. So as this loads up, you'll see we had little spits and sputters. There's some other objects captured. There looks like there was something right there. A lot of this stuff isn't clear. That's why I haven't really been reporting on this, because a lot of this stuff isn't really crystal clear. A lot of it's draped in plasma and stuff. So, but I'm going to do the last 3 days and just do a little recap of, since we did a last report. So there appears to be something in that one too. And you can tell by the flow, there's something in there. These little chunks are flying around out there. Looked like there was something coming out down there too. When I look back from a little further back, there appeared to be something out down here at the very beginning, right down there. And it's like water flowing, and these objects cause little eddies and wakes that come off of them. So that's what kind of gives them away a little bit. And these round circular bulges that they leave, in this flow, it's like a rock underneath some flowing water. So there was a couple of objects that are very faint, hard to detect in this day, but there were some there. So we've had, activity for the last couple of days, and we'll even go back to the 25th here. And this was a strange event here on the 25th as it loads up here because, as it unloads, there appears to be an object up here and one down lower. But this upper one moves out faster and twists this whole structure. It takes this whole structure and twists it like this. So once it's all loaded up and we get it into motion, you'll see what I'm saying. There's a round circular object caught right at the end there. So watch how this structure kind of twists. It keeps its shape, but it kind of twists and arches over. So this upper object is coming out and streaking and arching down and causing this whole structure to twist like that. So now we kind of explained it. We'll go right here. It's pretty good. Here you can see here's our little object up in there. Maybe we'll... No, it's showing up okay. I won't zoom in quite yet. We want the whole field of view. So here's our object. As it's coming out, there's another one down lower. This one starts to arch and go down, and it causes these streaks. These streaks usually come out straight. Look how they start to arch. So the magnetic field of this thing interacting with this one and changing directions like this is causing these little arches and stuff. So as we go through, watch that. Okay, here's our lower object. The other one's over here, moving out. And then in the last frame right here, you can make out our round object right there. So maybe I'll go back and we'll zoom in a little bit on this little episode here. You can see a little bit closer. Okay. So here we go again. Right here you can make out this round structure right there at the end. A lot of this stuff is cloaked in plasma, and it's the flow of the plasma that we're looking at that gives us away these objects and their motion. So this one was a strange one. It came out and arced and did this strange little maneuver, but this arcing causes these streaks, these little bands going across. Let's go back and these little bands give it away. They should be coming out and going this way, and they're totally arcing and bending and going around something there. Or they're being manipulated and bent by these two objects. Okay, so we've had some activity in the last 3 days. It's been pretty faint, but there has been activity. And this stuff is ramping up, you guys. This is getting crazy. We're catching more and more of this stuff. It used to be once a year, then every couple of months. Now it's every month. Now it's every week. Now it's almost every day and multiple objects per day. So it's rare that we get a little break from this activity. It's been quite a while since we've had maybe 2 or 3 day break from this kind of activity. So this stuff seems to be constant and, just increasing. So I'm going to keep reporting on this and keep telling you and reporting on what I think's going on, what I see is going on here. So that's it for tonight, you guys. I hope you have a good night. Let's just go back real quick. We'll leave you off with the 27th, today's latest blast. Oh, thank you for being here, Zenwen. Thank you. So yeah, we'll let this load up real quick and we'll close out with these closing images here because this one frame was pretty good. And it's almost there. Yeah, we got a little bit to go. Here's Venus up here crossing through the screen, but you can even see on the red side when this is going off, there's a little black area right where this event takes place. So right here, back it up a little bit past it. Okay, so opening frame right here is the one we're looking at. Here's our object. It is out in front right here. This is all the plasma trailing behind it. There's a nice dark little patch right here in front of this. That's where our object is over here. You can see this plasma has arched over the back of this object. That's this arch right over here corresponding with this red on the red instrument right here. So here's the object there. There seems to be a couple of them up here. We'll zoom in on this one more time just to cover it a little bit better so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. It's too bright. Let's back it up a little bit. There we go. Here's a round object. Here's another darker round object right here. We got some other activity going on back in there. And that's just this cluster of objects. Back down here is this object right here. We'll zoom in one last time real quick for you guys on this one. Just a recap before we close out this video. There we go. Here's our object, and that's the dent in the plasma that we saw on the red side right there. So still having activity. It's ramping up and getting crazy, guys. So I'm just going to continue to report on this as it comes in, and I'll keep updating you as it goes. That's it for tonight. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next video, bye.